The police was like, listen, no, I can't be worried about these bitches. And you think, listen, I gotta talk to you. What I know a good guy when I see a good guy.
I know a good guy.
What's on your mind? Say that you've been thinking all night. Don't waste no time. Press record, relax and unwind. Unwind. Because it's Olay and Kennie. Olay and Kennie. Yeah. Because it's Olay and Kennie. Olay and Kennie.
Oh, we're finally giving
Bullying
them a
does
show.
work.
But only a little bit, because we will
yeah.
not promise you when you'll get episodes.
But we will say you got at least one.
Right?
And we did a little intro, so we got to make that worth it. And I think it's cute as fuck.
We spent months. Shout out to Tariq. We spent months. I mean, like, I was harassing Tariq for months.
Because I was like, I was fevering for it anyway, but specifically when I saw my character do the little Dougie shit, I was like, I want this now. Where is it now? Yeah.
It's so cute. Tariq did such a good job. My boy Nigel wrote it and made it and composed it and all this stuff. Like, he did my Illuminati Pop theme song. And Zaria, who sings my Illuminati Pop theme song, sung this. And Tariq animated it. It's the same team.
Same team. Thank you so much. I'm sure that's going to be people's favorite part of it.
Our little jig.
Our little jig.
Now we're here to talk about murderers and...
Yay. Okay, so for those... Hello, welcome. I guess we should say hi for new people. We're Olay and Kennie. She's Olay, I'm Kennie. And we do the YouTube shit anyway on our own separate channels. And I used to pop over to Olay's other channels that she's done before, and people seem to really like the dynamic. And I was like, all right.
We're like, well, we talk anyway.
We talk anyway.
So imagine we made some money for what we were going to do anyway.
What if we made a bag? Because everything is expensive.
Right.
And life is expensive. And I'm tired.
Oh my God. And it keeps getting more expensive. My niece called me, like, literally on the plane on the way home from the Bahamas here. Literally, I'm on the plane thinking about how I just spent $1 million in the Bahamas. And then my niece called me on the plane and was like, hey, my computer, I just turned in back my school. Like, she's about to graduate and she had, like, the high school, like, the laptop they give you. And she was like, I just turned it back in. So I didn't have a computer. And then my mommy reminded me that you said she was going to get me a computer. And I was like, motherfucker, I said I was going to get her a computer.
I got to stop promising shit.
Oh,
I'm
my
so
God.
tired.
What it is, too, is, like, trying to promise stuff when I'm feeling rich. Like, let me help my family. Like, oh my God, my niece is gonna need a computer. She about to go to college.
That was me. For those of you that don't know, I just moved into a house for the first time. And I be feeling real rich when things have 0 interest payments. I could do $300 a month for 18 months. Fuck.
And then when you look.
And then you got 16 million things that all need $300 a month. It's like, oh, that add up.
Your house is so pretty.
Thank you. We trying to get it like, I think it's starting to finally feel more like a home now. I haven't sent you like update pictures, but we got a couch.
Are you gonna get Russet a sibling?
I want to so bad. I want to so bad.
Space. You have to.
She's right next to me over here asleep. I'm trying to lay little nuggets to my boyfriend Darrell. I was like, yo, it'd be cute as if we had a husky.
Ooh, we have a husky.
He's like,
so bad.
If we did, because my boyfriend doesn't like little dogs, which is perplexing to me. I think little dogs are great, but I also recognize that not everybody is a fan of, their
I like
opinionated.
I went home to Bahamas and I saw
nature.
my grandaunt's like little dog Sassy, and she was like cussing me out when I first got in. I was like barking real mean, like she meant it too. She wasn't just like barking like biting it too.
Yeah,
And then eventually, by the day when she's on my arm, I'm like, oh,
you gotta win them
I
over.
love her. Like
They
I was
have
like,
a
oh my god,
hard
I want a little dog
shell.
now.
And my boyfriend act like him and my dog don't get along, and then I'll catch him just being like,
First of all,
yeah. Like, don't.
as defense counsel for Darrell, I'm here to express his wishes, and he would have y'all know that he don't like that bitch specifically.
he say all the times how he don't with my dog, but then I'll catch him like snuggled up with her and playing and shit and running around. Because now this floor, essentially my bedroom floor is now just one big circle.
Yeah.
So
I'll
catch them running around in one circle and be like, I still don't like her. I still don't like her though. I'm like,
sir, just go ahead.
Stop. Just say you love her, and that's fine. He's like, I don't love her. Could you? I'm like, all right, fine.
That's actually funny as shit. No, I love little dogs. We really cannot get enough. Like Dennis is our last animal. Like
y'all have a lot of animals.
Yeah. Like they're like we're done. Like Raheem, Asada, Cleophas, and Dennis. That's like everybody's got a friend. First of all, it's funny as shit. I have always known that I don't really. I used to have a fish. First of all, in college named Banquo, and that was my name. And then I had, I loved Banquo, and then I had Banquo. I had him in high school, and I took him with me to college. Like that's why I had him. Like I had him in boarding school. That's the only thing they would let you get in boarding school. So I had him, Banquo, and then I took him with me to college. He died like my sophomore year of college. Then I got Mercutio, and I had Mercutio for like 2-3 years until he died. But here's the thing: I don't really with aquatic animals. And I knew that all my life. That's the perks of growing up on an island. I know exactly why. What was funny was CJ finding out for the first time. CJ always, I want to go to the Caribbean. I never been to the Caribbean. I want to go to the Caribbean. CJ would go. Let me tell you, Christopher James learned in real time that he don't with aquatic animals. None at all. I've never seen CJ. Yeah, he can swim, but them fish. Like I told him, listen, I'd always told him because they talking about, oh, I can't wait to see clear water. We can see it. I'm like, no, you can see fish. And let me tell you something about fish. I'm like, you could literally be looking like what I always love about like Bahamian waters. I mean, crystal clear. You see everything. You see nothing around you. If you put on goggles right now, you would suddenly see fish you did not see in right where you were looking and didn't see. But that's
maybe it's because I have no experience. I've never been
like that.
But I'm thinking like, oh, you out in the you skinny dipping by the moonlight in a fish. Never mind. I was gonna say a fish.
And a fish would run up by your ass? Like
no, like it feels very like Disney kiss the girl type energy. Like the fish jumping, the stars twinkling.
Fish when he realized CJ
Little Mermaid shit
that like you can evict the fish from the ocean. They're like, oh, this is a place for us. Like we want a ticket to come be on this island today, so there aren't gonna be fish in this water. When CJ saw them, I'm telling you, CJ, like gone. Like he was not with them fish, and I have never been more tickled when the dolphin splashed water on CJ. You know that Kevin Hart joke where he's like the dolphin, as far as he's considered the dolphin, to the bottom of the ocean. That CJ, I was trying to get off the platform, nigga. Like, and if he was here, he'd swear it was because the water was cold. It was because the water wasn't that cold. The water was not that cold.
I still want to go to the Bahamas though.
You haven't been yet?
No, the only place out of the country I've been is Korea, Sweden. I guess technically Amsterdam, but that was the airport.
You're going to all these fancy places. I've been Amsterdam.
Canada. That's it.
I've been Amsterdam, Canada. What'd you say? What was the first ones you said?
Korea. South Korea.
No, never in South Korea. Although my high school roommate was South Korean.
It was fun. I'm curious though, like I haven't been back in so long. If I went back at 30 something now, would I enjoy it as much? Because like a lot of the fun was like clubbing and drinking and da 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 da. But now it's like, oh, let me go to a museum. It's like there's only so many museums you gonna go to?
Yeah, yeah, there's certain memories I've come to terms with. Like there's certain things that were fun because you were like young and single and doing
Mm.
bird shit for the plot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
inherently, you have a it's just like, well, this is different.
Like I have mused over. I was like, oh, like we could go. I was like, we can go to a club. Like me and my boyfriend. He was like, nah, and I was like, yeah, you're right. Shit. All right. Okay. Well, we could. Oh, because after that, all you got is like food. It's like, what are you gonna eat? And it's like, okay, which is good
CJ the
enough for
life of
me.
the party. CJ would like you know CJ. CJ want
Yeah.
CJ's a dancey dance ass like so he'd be on that run. But me, now you know good and well that I want to be in my house. I cannot. Like, the whole time he's in the Bahamas, you don't understand. I was dreaming about being back on my couch with my animals. Like, oh my god, like.
I think for me, Lo, like when people are out and about, I get overstimulated by like strangers talking to me. And that is another thing I've noticed since moving into this house. Want to talk to you about a house.
Oh,
And
like yeah, you know,
it's and it is a phenomenon that I am not comfortable with and I don't want to get comfortable with. I had a bitch driving down the street, park in my driveway to talk to me about the house. And I said, ma'am, I don't know you in my mind, but I'm trying on the outside. I'm like, oh yeah. She was like, oh, this is nice. You get this built. And I was like, yeah, I got a build. Oh, okay. What's in your windows? Are that security? And I was like, yes.
yes, bitch. What?
And she was like,
acting like Kiki Palmer and
yeah.
at the Burbs. Kiki knows he was hell in that show.
Yes, it is. It is. And then this other family came up to me, 6 deep. It was the grandma, the grandpa, father, mother, kid, and maybe another kid. They were like, hey, we getting our house kind of built at the same elevation. Can we see your living room? And I was like, I guess so.
Because now you feel you seem like they're being weird, but you would seem weird and rude.
Yeah,
and you say no.
it seems weird if I'd say no. And I'm like, okay. And so we had a friend over and my boyfriend on the couch, and they both turn around like, who are these? I was like, oh, these are going to be one of our new neighbors. And I was like, fuck, once people really start moving in this area, y'all seem chatty. And I don't
Let me tell you,
to talk to you
I have the opposite experience, like where these white people will do anything but ask us about the house. So one time, right, I'm sitting on the porch. Right? And next door to me, next door on my left is white people, and on my right are black people. The black people, they've been here since we've been here. The white people who was there, they never racist. They never acknowledge us, right? Like they won't, they ain't nothing, whatever. And they finally move out. And I should let the record reflect for how these like uppity white people are acted over this house. This house is a cool. You seen it? You've been here. The small house next door. You know. Boom. Kenny, one day I'm on the porch. White woman is coming to like see the house right next door to us, or whatever, right? She sees the house, she tours the house, and then she's around like trying to get information about the house. I'm sitting right there on the porch of my home next door. So if you bought that house, I'm your neighbor. She crossed the street to ask some white people that were walking around the neighborhood, meaning they're home. You don't see their home. Their home could be anywhere elsewhere in the neighborhood. You don't know. She crossed the street to ask them white people about that like oh, what they think of the neighborhood and da rather than come talk to me. And
well, they didn't want to talk to you because they asking implicitly about you. Is it okay living around some niggas?
And I want you to know, I did make it uncomfortable until she crossed that fucking street. About the time I was like, bitch, I know you see me sitting right here on my porch. She to come over like, how you like, girl?
I will say,
ooh,
I've yet to see. I haven't seen any white people here yet.
Oh, I love that for you.
Darrell!
You like Darrell, you seen any white people?
Have you seen any white people here yet? Oh, you have? I haven't.
There's
They be walking the dog. That's fair. Yeah, they do. But as
they
far
be
as
walking
like
the dog.
in the house or whatever, I don't be
You
seeing
know
no
that
niggas.
golden retriever.
I mean, I know white
is
people.
it your experience that golden retrievers be racist? Like they always seem to belong to the neighborhood like racist. I've never been able to play with a golden retriever in passing ever in this life because they always belong to a person that's not black. Because it's not just white people. Everybody not black that has a golden retriever has always wanted that dog the fuck away from me. There is a beautiful golden retriever that belongs to some racist in this community that me and CJ, now I gotta look at your golden retriever like he ain't shit off y'all. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta like pull Cleo, like Cleo, don't, we don't fuck with that.
Like you think everybody a friend? Ain't everybody no friend?
On God. On God. Let's be like, don't look at them retrievers. You don't know about them.
Like, for the most part, I can't think of anybody that had a girl. Like, the only golden retriever that I can think of that lived near me was a neighbor at my old apartment. And I didn't care what their opinions was because they didn't groom their dog, have gritch feet. And you coming over to me talking about how, like, I mean, they were nice enough. They were fine. They were fine. There was only one woman that I straight up felt like, oh, you racist, at my old apartment with her dog, because I was the dog lady. I had treats. If I saw a dog and I was outside, they were getting treats from me. No, I was definitely like that bitch. There were people crying and shit like, oh, my dog gonna miss you. Not crying, but I'm being dramatic. But she was like, oh, my dog gonna miss you, because I always came with treats and I was pets and blah, blah, blah. So I see a new woman move in. White lady, maybe mid to late 20s, give or take. Lululemon wearer.
Lululemon. CJ bought me some Lululemon a set for like Christmas, you know, trying to just like buy me something nice. Like, I've heard this brand. That shit was not meant for bitches with titties.
Yeah,
like,
it's not
like
meant
they have it doing all kind of crisscross stuff for design and cute. I'm like, are you trying to kill me?
They was trying to suffocate you. And she has this black dog, cute dog. I hadn't seen it. I was like, oh, is your dog friendly? And I was going to like offer a treat. And she said, no, I don't think he would like you. To me and my black friend, I was right there. And I was like, I see you.
The first racist dogs I ever met, it was a Schnauzer and a Pekingese. It was Florida. Picture it. It's my first year in America. Like, I gotta go get, because I adopted this Pekingese. I named him Huey. But the parents told me that the dogs were racist. Now at 32 years old, I now understand why they were so sure of that. Is because they were racist and they had made said
What an
dogs
interesting
racist.
thing to warn you about.
They told me. And let me tell you, that racist ass Pekingese, yes, to this day, I side eye pick, like, it's just that Pekingese. But anytime I see a Pekingese, it's me.
Isn't it weird how you get like racist associations with otherwise innocuous things? Because I was, again, house shit. I don't have grass. So we've been talking about landscaping and whatnot. Another thing that I need to worry
You
about.
gotta go like put the grass in.
Put the grass
God,
in, put some flowers and shit. And so this guy comes in, we're chatting to him about landscaping, and he suggests hydrangeas.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? The one that looked like cotton?
You're hilarious.
Yeah. And
like, you're funny as like, why are you like this?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
The one that looked like cotton, you're funny as
they do kind of look like cotton. They in that like ball, and I don't like it. And I was like,
why are you offering us? Do you offer everybody hydrangeas?
No. And so like, and so I was like, I can't explain. White guy. Nice, again, maybe late 20s, mid 20s. He was like, and I was thinking like some hydrangeas. And I was like, I have a very stupid reason why I'm going to tell you no on hydrangeas. Can we switch that to roses? And he was like, oh yeah, absolutely. Are you like allergic? I'm like, no, some about it feels racist. He was like, okay.
My name was like,
he just started laughing and was like, I'm so okay. I was like,
I had never considered that, but
I never considered
noted.
that.
I'll never not think about hydrangeas and slavery ever again.
In fairness, I got it from a random black woman online that was like, have y'all ever noticed you feel a little racist when you see some hydrangeas, and I was like, yeah,
You're a funny
yeah.
You're a funny
I
nigga.
see you, and I've kept it with me ever since. Bitch,
Now,
no, we putting some roses.
it's me looking at it's so crazy. These beautiful eyes like but Kenny's
nice. They're
Kenny said, I
nice.
see suffering.
They're cute.
Get that off my lawn.
But
turn my
they
house
look
into
like they look deceptive. Like, oh, it's like you can't tell they related to like slavery and oppression.
That's how I feel about dolls. Like
Just-
I don't like I like let me explain. Like I'm definitely afraid of dolls, right?
No, I didn't.
Oh bitch, I'm terrified. Like
Okay.
I live in serious fear. And I was explaining this actually to my little cousin when I was just home, and she was like, oh, like Chucky, and like Chucky and them, and I'm like, no, not like Chucky, because Chucky's not a liar.
Just like Barbie.
Yes, like all the rest. Yeah. Like Chucky is the rest of them lying. It's the scary. I'm like, Chucky was very clear about what's going on. I'm alive and I kill. Like, you know what I mean? It's the rest of these liars.
Oh, they're implicit lying by just sitting there looking at me.
Oh my god! I remember one time, like, I've been scared of dolls since I was born. Like, it's a whole thing, right? Like, I think it's called like literally. Hold on, let me. I'm pretty sure it's called
Dollophobia.
I'm pretty sure it's called like pediophobia. Yeah, like like children that they like. Let me see. Anyway, but I know they feel like children who like are afraid of dolls and stuff have a hard time deciphering between like real and fiction. Like I don't buy it. You know what? And they got me because I don't buy it. I don't buy it. All right, like, I don't fucking call me crazy.
I see it.
And I remember one time like liking Diva Stars. Like they came out and I thought it was so cute. And I'm like, okay, they're big enough. They're just like Diva Stars were just kind of like boxy headed, like big enough to almost be Funko Pop-ish, Bitmoji-ish, to like just be just a little less than scary. You know what I mean? Not the full doll, because I'm telling you, a baby doll, them kind of things.
Oh hell no, this is frightening.
Diva Stars?
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
Let me see.
Because they have a Furby-ness about them that is
okay.
also...
First of all, they do look actually way scarier than I remember. They actually do look terrible. Oh Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, I remember one time trying like one day to be like, let me try and like conquer my fear. Like, let me try and like someone had a Diva Star in the house, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch this bitch. Like, I'm gonna watch, and like I swear to God, I remember. Now could it have been one of my sisters or someone me? I don't know. Could have been, but that bitch moved. I came back. She was I don't try. No, I hate dolls. I don't remember how we got here, but despise bitch.
Yeah, originally we said we was gonna talk about second season of Worst Ex Ever.
It only took us 20 minutes.
It only took us 20 minutes to get to that. Well, serial killing dolls, serial
Fair.
killers. Okay, so if you are unfamiliar with the series, it's a docu-series that now has 2 seasons, and I guess technically it is a spinoff of another show. Worst Ex and Worst Roommate Ever are docuseries produced by Blumhouse, which in and of itself is it's kind of fascinating. Where they talk about people's experiences with a bad roommate or a bad ex in this context. So they're on season 2 of Bad Ex. And I, on my channel, did videos on them in the past, and I actually did do a video on this one, but I was like, I know me and Olay have thoughts.
Every time I see, this, I'm gonna start by saying, I love to get confirmations when I try to say to people, like, my problem with everybody watching you and acting like y'all really on Joe Goldberg's side, y'all hating people, and they be like, it's because it's a show, it's because it's a show. No, it's not.
No,
y'all
it's
don't
not.
like that in real life. If it's actually so crazy the kind of madness and volume you can get away with for being cute. And the thing about it is, too, what I love too, what I think is interesting, I love seeing people operate firmly on systems they probably wouldn't name. Like, would that dumb that Deadpool killer talk about lookism? He'd probably be the type of dummy in the comments to be like, if I was talking about lookism, like, what the are you talking about?
Yeah.
And yet, he's built his entire operation off the string. I know you bitches think I'm cute. Hey, He is purely. Let me tell you. Before I get to the debauchery and evil and me kicking police back in, because that's what the needs to be done.
Yeah,
Honestly,
absolutely. I feel like this show, I feel like the worst blank ever is literally just a show of police incompetence over and over and over and over again.
which I'm so grateful that they highlighted, because
Yeah,
so much of true crime is that, and yet they'll have the police up there,
they'll
sitting up there talking like they
superhero.
did a great job and
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and running cover for the police, or not ever like doing their endeavor best not to highlight the police failures. But like this, they'd be like,
This is how we're here, because undoubtedly at least one police officer really dropped the ball.
like, and the one in oh my god, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it in a second. But I will say this, like, what I appreciate about the level of scammery the Deadpool killing on was he's like, he quite literally. I love when things happen that I see real life stories that make it like.
Mhm.
Tyler Perry's not making none of this up. These storylines are real. Okay, I don't care what you like. I'm like, that is
That was never my
storyline
issues
would've
with
just
Tyler
like that.
Perry. My issues with Tyler Perry was never inaccuracy.
Right.
That was never the problems I had with Tyler Perry shit.
Because he ain't told no lie. Because the way this was like he been running this car on bitches his whole life, and was like, "Oh, you cute." He said, "Oh, I could run this on." And
Episode
I was
1.
impressed.
Episode 1 is about the Deadpool killer. It seemed to be the thing that really would get people's eye on it, because it's a pretty
Deadpool's
well-known.
the people who own that shit too. Like, cease and
Can
desist.
they?
Like for to just be calling, like, if I'm the Deadpool gotta be trademarked. Y'all call me
Yeah.
the Deadpool killer? And the
Because they're calling him that because his real name is Wade Wilson, which
I know,
is the same
but
as
wrap that up.
Yeah, I know. No, for those of you that are unfamiliar with the story of Wade Wilson, essentially he is a minimum double murderer. He's not like the type of that have done it before, but whatever. And a serial abuser. But a tale as old as time is that don't care because they think he's cute, which is crazy. He looks fine. I don't think he's
regular
super
looking.
fine.
He's tall. And he had abs.
He's tall.
He's tall. And
He's
he had
tall,
abs.
muscular, has tattoos and dimples, and that's all they needed.
But he ain't like, his face is like he's a nice smooth
Then
six.
is white. He looks like
he's just regular.
honestly like G-Eazy. And I'm telling you, you can find
do
another.
look like a ripped G-Eazy.
He looked like G-Eazy. If you can find him in G-Eazy, you can definitely find an ain't shit that can be terrible to you but not kill nobody. If you just, I mean, he out there. But essentially he goes to jail for these 2 murders of 2 women, serial abuse of others. He had been called in for sexual assault of one of his exes, and the police completely not even just dropped the ball, just didn't give a fuck.
I thought the video that they showed of the police interrogation of him, I swear to God, and y'all know, if you don't know, okay, my name is OLAY KENNIE, police will learn.
Mhm.
None the police, to bar you cash. I genuinely thought the police was like playing like he was trying to be good cop, trying to be his friend. Like, when I realized this was dead ass, the police was literally like, listen, I know it's unfortunate that she's my victim, so like I gotta talk to you, but I don't worry about us, and I'm sure she have ulterior motives. I'm not about to put the wrong manager. Like, the police was really there. Like, this girl has been kidnapped, kept in a car, beat on, essayed, all the things, physically bruised the
Did
up.
the things. That's
Like,
the thing that always
this is who did it.
This is who did it.
The police was like, listen, I can't be worried about these bitches. I do think listen. I gotta talk to you. What I know a good guy when I see a good guy.
I know a good guy. Like, it's like, and the thing that gets me too is she goes in, she does the proper protocol, quote unquote. You know, she gets a rape kit done. They take his DNA at the police and just don't turn it in. And then when she's like, hey, I did all the steps I was supposed to do, I'm trying to like get him arrested for this, they're like, well, there's no evidence because we didn't take it.
Yeah, and that is very much sort of reality of the criminal system in general. Like, I can, so much of it is on who you believe and who they want to be in the system. Like I have
Yeah.
been in front of the court where I could see I'm representing a white person on a rare occasion, and I can see whatever evidence that the prosecutor has over in their file, and they close the file and don't present it to the judge because that white client, that's not who they didn't get into this job for trying to lock them up. That's not what they're trying to do. So they're going to consent to release and go about their business because that's not who they want. And so that's all you were seeing there is like, oh, this white guy is that's what we know.
White
And it's so
guy,
crazy.
conventionally attractive, easy to talk to, quote unquote, you know, can commiserate with you about how these bitches be overreacting. They just be doing so much. Even though you've seen her battered and bruised.
She over here talking about she was kidnapped and beat on and essay. What a drama queen. Over here, and it's not like a case of like where she pointed out a random stranger.
Yeah.
This is my boyfriend.
This is my boyfriend.
This who did it.
And then also another element of that is like after everything pops off, she's going online telling people this is the person he is, and people going on to tell her you're not cute enough to say that he assaulted you. You unattractive. I don't believe it.
Right.
You just mad because he's cute.
That's really how people be.
And it's really disgusting. Like I was also there was a case. Shout out to Rotten Mango. I feel like I shout her out a lot because I really like her podcast. The one she does, a true crime podcast.
Yeah, I know what she is.
She be following shit all over the world. And there was a Korean case recently where a really pretty girl was killing, and she was drugging him.
Women in male dominated fields.
Yeah, she was being a serial killer. I ain't seen a whole lot of them.
Tell me more. What's the motive?
So we don't know. It's pretty vague. She's like 20 years old, and she would meet guys and drug them with a ton of pills, many of which aren't like fatal by any means by themselves, but she was giving them like 50 sleeping pills, 100, depression pills and stuff. And she was like, I was just curious what would kill him or not. And then she would just rob them for like petty money and food. And anyway, people found her Instagram, and there was like, she pretty as though. So they were like, I don't think she did it. I don't think, or maybe they were trying to assault her. I don't know. I don't think she did it. And then come to find out, all evidence suggests that she definitely.
Let me look up.
I don't know what her name. I'll send you the video, definitely, because
I'm like,
she was just robbing people for shit like chicken. She wasn't even like she killed a nigga in a hotel. She ordered a bunch of chicken off of his card and then just left. And that was it.
That's so wild.
But her pictures comes out. Everybody's like, I can fix her. She cool with me. I can fix her. I swear to God. And then they release a picture that had less editing of it. And they were like, nah, she did that shit. They said, you lying ass bitch, you lied about your face too.
Oh, because she don't look like what they thought she looked like?
Like she just wasn't wearing makeup. She wasn't
wearing
makeup.
I want to find this video. I need to see
Hold on,
I'm on Rotten Mango's YouTube.
It's the pretty 20-year-old. It's from like 2 weeks ago. Pretty 20-year-old girl kills her dates for being needy, but men want to fix her. Yeah. So it is definitely capable to go across gender spectrums, because like that's definitely the case. The moment you're hot and violent, people are like, I just can't compute those two things together.
And the thing is, to me, like the thing is, it's like, I feel like people like to say that. Like they feel like they have to say that. It's like when they feel the need to like bend over backwards to lie for you. But what it really just is they don't care. Once they don't like, oh, you're attractive. Well, I don't really get it. I don't get it. What happens in niggas' brain? Because like, I like somebody good looking just like the rest of us, but like murder, like
like that's how I feel, because like I find human attraction very fascinating. And I don't know if this is because I'm a little bit neurodivergent, just a smidge, but like the things that people find attractive are perplexing to me, because I don't understand how this doesn't turn you off.
Yeah.
Like, even if it were something a lot less extreme, like he's drop a slur, that don't make you go, like that don't do it.
Just a little bit of a. Isn't he
He had a
annoying?
swastika on his face by the end of it, and them bitches were still coming to the courthouse.
And
I
that's
can
how I
fix
know,
him.
like,
I can change him.
you gotta let. Boy, let me tell you. I always say the only thing Thanos got wrong was the randomness of how he wanted to eliminate. Like, and
If
there's
we would,
plenty of people who need to go.
I think
Plenty.
it's also too. When I posted, some people were in the comments. They were like, "Oh, some recent photos of his has come out." Because I forgot about that. He was also on crack cocaine through a lot of this as well, on meth maybe as well. And so some photos of him since he's been incarcerated have come out, and he's like gotten quite bloated in the face, and he's missing teeth and shit now. And I don't know if people have seen him recently, but now all of a sudden, can you believe that he's the type of guy to have done it?
It's so
Or like,
crazy
I
because
don't
it's
know.
like he went. First of all, I'd be so annoyed if this is my client and they actively like getting tattoos and stuff that guarantee they like a jury convicts them. Like you're getting on my nerves. I can't stand. Like I would be so irritated. But then again, he was
he,
already going up for.
he was
They already.
going.
He is a wicked little boy. Yeah.
He's something is. And there was I don't understand, because there's like a pride he felt too. Like there's
Yeah,
no,
it was the fact that it was his daddy that was like turned him in. His dad was like, "Oh my god, this is evil."
yeah, like I, I gotta almost like a repentance. Like this is my way to, like, I've released this person into the world. I gotta get him in jail. Like
Right.
he just can't be out here.
And let me tell you something. You really can't up there can't be a worse indictment on your parenting than your
Yeah.
son is just
Is a serial killer.
brazen, unabashed, no remorse doing serial killer. Like your son call you like, yeah, I just picked a random woman to murder, to like brutally murder. This ought
Yeah.
to be fun.
And then killed another one. Then I went in this house. If they were in there, I would have them all.
I was gonna do more. I was really
like,
fun.
I was ready. I was on it.
That's a real, like, I can't even imagine said failure.
Like, because
Like, what
like
do you do, Kenny? If your friend, what would
I
you
was
do?
literally about to say that. Like I remember several months back, there was this woman who was giving a story of how she had adopted 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and they were like 10-ish, 10, 11 when she got them, and the boy was a lot. And it progressed into him being physically violent, sexually abusing the younger daughter. They tried to put him in all types of therapies, tried to put him in all types of resources. And then he grew up, he became an adult. And then it's like, well, what do you do now? And she's like, I'm trying to make sense of me trying to save my the younger child from the older child.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn. Because I don't know. Because sometimes, I don't know, is it Russian roulette? Because generally speaking, I think overall, there's a consensus that there are circumstances that go into breeding a person that is so malicious.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I feel like my personal life experiences is right. Like when I was a kid, you hear these stories all the time of these like parents that are trying everything in the child is this like rogue or whatever. There's this problem. But as an adult, 30, I've never seen a child or an adult or a person that is whatever they are, that I cannot look directly at their family unit and their parents and know exactly what happened. Like I don't believe this. To me, it is a certain like lack of accountability people like to take when they tell these stories. Like they're like just this enigma. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God, you know what I mean? Like, and I feel like parents, like even when my own parents like talk about I'm like, why are you talking like just happened in a vacuum somewhere?
I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of the things that I'm like hesitant to be like gun ho about being a parent, because I'm like, damn, I gotta take accountability if you turn out insane.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, if nothing else in the DNA, like I'm like, shit, listen, mad as a hatter in my family. Incorrect. My
Same.
DNA.
There's
Many
it's
of them have been known to snap in this clan. That's all I know. It's
many
like
has been known to snap and then say no, I didn't, even though there's okay. So I guess I don't know, man. He is an enigma as far as we know, at least, certainly. But he's the focus. Everybody's like, oh, he's so sexy, blah, blah, blah. He can't be a murderer. And then the other 3 episodes are, I believe, lesser known.
On his face.
With a swastika. He got the Joker thing across his face.
He looks like a psychopath.
He got more than one swastika. There's one like on his scalp.
Somebody like, I don't really understand, like, you know what it is? Like, I think it's a, but then again, some of these bitches be serious about it. Cause I'm like, there's some level of like, when things are outrageous, like, I think it's hard for people to truly conceptualize, like, this is a murder.
Yeah.
Like, this shit really serious. Like, they can't see it. You never see it, whatever. Like, this person really is a murderer. And they think it's like, they think there's something sexy or cool about liking this.
Like they was making sexy edits of that on TikTok because he had to readjust his seat or something. And they was like, oh, he's grabbing himself. Ooh. I was like, y'all bitches need to learn how to role play. Get into some nerd shit and stop bringing that on to like real serial killers. If you want to live out a fantasy, Reddit is right there. Get you into Fet Life.
Also, I'm like, what about beating the shit out of and murdering someone like you is not scary? Like, I'm like really trying to figure. I'm like, have you ever like? I'm like, you never been in your home alone. You don't know how scary it would actually be if a came through your shit and like you don't. Why
is it a lack of? Is it? The word I was going to use is like intelligence, but I don't know if that comes off more. It's a lack of like empathy, like the ability to like rationalize what that means.
I think it is extreme pick-me syndrome, and I'll tell you what I mean, like, because
fair.
I think it's the epitome, you know, bitches like gals who like bad, who run through bitches and treated bitches horrible, because they feel special. Like, they're like, oh my god, he feels the impulse to murder the rest.
But
of the
he
world.
loved me.
But he loved me. You bitch is gonna get killed. But he loved me. The killer loved me. I could tame a killer.
I can
fix him on steroids.
I can tame him.
Yes, that's it.
You're wrong. Any of you bitches that think you can tame him, you can't.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Lord.
Oh,
and then after that, the second episode
the 90 Day Fiance.
The 90 Day Fiance. Jeffrey something.
Pashel.
Which just brings up a lot of the conversation I think you and me have been having off camera and on camera about like not enough. Again, are they not vetting people or do they not care or a mixture of both? I
think they have to don't give a
They couldn't, especially with him. So the story behind him.
That nigga had a series of convictions. And he's white.
And he is white.
I need you to understand that. There's a white man with a big time rap sheet in the United States of America where they don't want him to have one.
In like Tennessee.
He was fighting for that rap sheet.
In Tennessee.
A white convention, apparently. The bitch is like him. I don't get it. I don't see it, but I get it.
He looks like a senior Fallout boy.
When you white, you only have to have one of a couple of things, you know, and they will gas you. Like,
I think he's over 6 foot.
It's like, yeah, you tall?
Or no, he's short. He's short.
Yeah, like, I don't even know. I don't think he's tall. He gave
not tall.
short to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. He can be. He gave 5'9", 5'10" at maximum. Let's see, Jeffrey.
Because there was a picture of him with his ex, and I don't think she was particularly tall.
Jeffrey Bashaw height. He looks short to me. They said, yo, even short, 5'6". 5'6", yoked up, beating on bitches.
I'm trying so hard to not short bash.
No, go ahead.
All right. Because I really am trying to unpack the ways that I, a woman, participate in patriarchy. And I do think one way is that is the case, is holding a lot of weight and importance into men's height, because that is masculine according to traditional yada yada.
Right. You should let the streets know that you're 6 feet.
However, I was going to say, as a tall woman who also has to participate on the opposite side of that, like I'm masculinized because of my height to some degree, short are the worst people you have ever met. And it's because
they're upset.
They innately, not all of them, not all. I've met some short that realize that not everything in life has to be their height. Sometimes they're like, oh, maybe I can gain a personality, and then they end up doing well in life. But the rest of y'all,
the short kings, I don't make count of the short, but my husband is like 5'9". I'm 5'2" though, so he's a giant over here, but
like
not in actuality.
Like, as a tall woman, I've only dated one guy that was shorter than me. Well, a few shorter, but every time there is this feeling of like, you can tell that they think I'm gonna rough them up or something, like. And it's like, no, I'm not going to do anything. I don't want, no, I'm girl. Like, I'm girly. I'm a girly. I'm just 6 foot. I've also gotten trans investigated before because of that.
Wild.
That is insane.
Being
but
tall is crazy.
But my experience is that a lot of short men feel innately slighted by life and society. Like, everything in my life is because I'm short. If I were taller, women would like me. And it's very easy. I want there to be some research into the short to incel pipeline.
Right.
How tall are these niggas? Because that might have.
And it's crazy. All I want to say, honestly, most of my, if I'm talking, I've dated a lot of, but most of my like main boyfriends, like the ones like that matter the most, have been kind of short. Like my first ever love, my long term, he is like 5'5". We're like, yeah.
And that's, I mean,
they'd be like 5. I do know my college boyfriend, crazy angry from my production, my Illuminati production. He is a short, violent, angry, like skin. Like,
there's so much resentment in that little body. There's so much pain and frustration and rejection and all that shit. And don't be taller than him, because it's gonna be on you. And probably if you're shorter than him too, it'll still be on you, because he's a short he feels like but
I'm realizing that you have a line of like oppression I've never experienced. Like you know, like, and you saying that, I'm like, well, I'm a short bitch, so like I've actually never. I'm like, a short perhaps more pleasant over here where you're short. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
because the that come up to me, it's always the shortest coming up to me, because it feels like this is an opportunity to prove myself. I can claim again. I can tame this
I can
stallion.
show I'm not insecure.
I can show I'm not insecure. I'm with a tall woman. You know, the occasional guy will make a joke about being shorter. You know, give me uppies and shit, and it's like
uppies,
like uppies,
up,
pick me up.
I would
kill myself. I've considered it.
Away from Nick.
I dated one guy who the longest guy that I dated that was shorter than me. We never discussed it, but he wasn't super short. He was shorter than he said he was. He was like 5'8", 5'9".
Like CJ height.
Yeah, give or take. And he misheard me one time, and me thought I called him short, and he like whipped around, was like, what? And I was like, one, I didn't say that.
Not you, but it's
true. Two, you good? Because what the was that? And so I realized that I just didn't feel like dealing with that shit, so I stopped dating men who were shorter than me.
Yeah.
But Jeffrey is a short, angry, coked up little man.
Oh,
Was he doing crack too? Yeah, he was also doing crack.
I hate a yoked up. I cannot
A
stand
short,
a
yoked up.
But yes, like
They tend to be so angry because that anger has to go somewhere, so it goes wide. And so and so they just there and tense as shit like this, like a bulldog, just And this was terrible. He abused a bunch of women as well. And
90 Day Fiance had him up there getting a fan base.
And despite having active charges for DV as well as like past charges of a bunch of drug possession and a bunch of DV situations as well there, they said he's the perfect person to bring on, and we're going to bring his kids on so they can like sit there and listen to him talk about how wrong he's been by the women in the past.
My parents could never take me on TV doing some shit like that because the way if I couldn't say my face would be.
What are you talking about?
Like, what are you saying, my nigga?
Like, and then basically he had really physically abused one woman, and she was finally able to get the police to care enough to take him in. Well, also because he was so hyped up on something when they came to get him,
right?
And horse kicking the cruiser car. But yeah,
I love that really be that remind me of like my college boyfriend. I've told this story in my Illuminati production how women become carceral feminists. But when that like you done try to kill me, you've attacked me in here now. The police are here. The police have already tried to arrest you once earlier this night for being a nut. Now they're coming here. You have assaulted me, and that's all visible. But imagine trying to lie while being crazy and souped up aggressive. So he back there like, I ain't do none of that, bitch.
Oh, I have a documentary for you. I sent it to you earlier.
Which one?
I'm gonna need you. I didn't finish it yet. The Nature Boy one.
Oh my God, my friend. Okay, so my friend.
I need you to watch it.
Texted me. Hold on, let me tell you. Is this it? Hold on. Let me go.
It's the black dude in the
you sent me. Let me see where is it.
Alagio something.
Where the is my text? Okay, Octavia sent me. It says, you've been watching the Nature Boy series on Hood Horror's YouTube channel. So I said, no, send me the link. They sent me the link. And I said, then they said it's 46 episodes and we're on 37. And it's tragic, but I can't one. And I said, 46? I do not have that kind of time.
No, they just made a documentary on Hulu.
Is it good?
The first 2 episodes were a little slow. Okay. I think they could, I definitely think they could have shortened it. But by the time we got to episode 3 of 4, I was like, oh.
Because I heard people like complaining that the Hulu documentary ain't as good as whatever it is they watch on YouTube about it.
Oh,
but I ain't got time for that.
I mean, I will.
You said, well, I'm invested now.
I'm invested now. I got the broad swaths of it now. I
Okay, so that's our next assignment. I'm gonna watch Nature Boy, and when you talk about that next, because
essentially a similar idea, except it was a cult at that point. He had black people going all over the place to live in something that he referred to as Carbon Nation.
I'm so glad I'm antisocial. Like you could never get me in a cult because I don't like people.
I don't like you niggas. I'm not looking for community.
I'm in a group. I fucking hate a group.
Like I believe in community in theory, but I don't feel like actually.
I think like I'm the type of like I really deeply support the existence of community, and the only way for me to I would love to do my part for there to be community for other people, and the best way for that to happen is for me to not be in your community.
Exactly.
If I'm in the community, I'm gonna hate it there, and I'm gonna be anti-community. So
I'll break this shit from the inside. Like, all you. So essentially, he did a bunch of up shit. Probably, and now that I know there's a 48 part, I guess I'll have to watch that.
You right now.
Yeah, send me to that one. But essentially, they got him in jail, and woman's testifying of him violently assaulting and essaying her, and he just sitting there like, what? What is she talking about? I'm like, You recorded yourself doing similar shit. What are you talking about?
So he said, what? Why
He's
you
like,
lying on me
what?
like that?
Did I do it? Did I tell them on camera many a time to call me Jesus Christ? I am God. Yeah.
And they was going for that?
I don't want to spoil what gets involved in episode 3 because I was watching it currently in the new house. We have a setup where I'm working at one computer, my boyfriend's working at the other, and I was working at one computer, and I had to pull a what the fuck? Like right next to me. He was like, "What is it?" I'm like, and I don't want to tell you because it's a spoiler, but it's episode 3.
Okay, all right, don't tell me that.
He
I'm
had
gonna
him doing
It's on
something.
Hulu.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Had
Say
he
yes. I've committed. I'm gonna watch it.
yeah. And life text me about it. I'm
I
very
shall.
curious with it.
I said I need to know.
I need to know because I'm
Definitely
gonna rewatch it after this because I gotta make a script on it because I was like, well, because I wasn't gonna make a video on it because I was just like, I've seen a lot of cult videos and shit and they don't really go anywhere. It's the same shit. It does seem overly populated by white Mormons. So if you want a little more representation of a black dude running a cult, here you go. Oh, there's another video I was watching yesterday about a man running a cult in Missouri. It was essentially just another black guy. It was a prosperity gospel church essentially, and then he didn't want to pay anybody, and essentially I'm gonna send you that video because there was parts of that also where I was like outrageous. But anyway, sorry.
I always find it funny inherently how much like everyone sees the problem with cults, but like so little see the problem with religion. But not today. We won't go there. We'll move on.
I won't.
I'd be like, it feels like a thin line to me.
It feels
Sometimes the line not even there.
there's a priming that I think is involved, but this is coming from a bitch with religious trauma. So maybe, and there are people apparently who have found good things from it, and I don't want to undermine that. And my father is still very much so a part of the church, and we just have not discussed how I am not. we just don't. I just don't. He'll ask me a question and I'll lie and then we move on.
And that's
like, have you been giving your tithes? Hell yeah.
Hell yeah is hilarious. You said hell yeah. Have you been giving your tithes? Hell yeah. You funny as fuck.
So yeah, anyway, Jeffrey, he abused a bunch of people. He's in there. And basically, it's the story of how he abused a bunch of people and he still ended up on 90 Day Fiancé, getting quite a following because he's all over there boo-hooing about how women have done him wrong, even though he is nearly beaten several women to death. And undoubtedly, TLC knew that, cast him anyway. That's essentially his entire story, but I do think there's something broader to be said about like reality shows casting people known to be dangerous. Because somebody was also updating me that apparently something happened with Married at First Sight.
Mm-hmm.
I think they took the episodes down or from somewhere, or they're taking certain episodes down because 2 people were convicted of sexual assault. I believe I think Married at First Sight is the same as Love is Blind production company, and the Argentina guy a guy from Love is Blind Argentina got convicted of attempted murder of his wife that he murdered.
Shows caring about nothing other than money, attention, engagement, and if you keep it real, the more attention they get when people are like, "What the fuck, this guy's a member," and then more hoopla and blah blah blah. They don't care, and when it comes to like TLC and specifically 90 Day Fiancé, 90 Day Fiancé is quite literally a vehicle for like, first of all, not only like I'm not questioning. Don't get me started on 90 Day Fiancé because I watch, as you know, I watch nothing but all the YouTubers that cover 90 Day Fiancé. But I have the fundamental problems I have with the entire franchise is that it is quite literally built on the back of an exploitative immigration system that puts people in this like horrible position where the immigrants there can't get any money. You're recognizing the different like the difference between these countries, yada yada, but you don't want to address any of that. None of that is considered problematic at all. Like, oh, let's exploit this. And so much of it, you see how the reunions and everything are conducted are about the Americans lording their like, oh, their financial status, the fact that they have the paperwork, the XYZ over their immigrant partners and treating them all as crooks that have something to get
I
from
was gonna say that,
Americans.
and particularly there's this like innate xenophobia. It's like there is the other who is definitely using me to get to the country, and that's always a basis of like the conversations that are had. Either with the cast directly or their families or friends or something, or just even the fans kind of talking about things like, oh, this person is a scammer. And they may be. There are some people like, what's the one?
Daniel, Lisa?
Yup.
Daniel, the whole time Lisa a scammer too?
They both scammers.
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes good television, but is it right?
Right. They
No.
they have an explicit agenda. So it's very in keeping with that to me, it's a very there's a very America first white supremacist agenda with everything about how 90 Day Fiance is cast, produced, all this is the next thing. So it's completely consistent to me that they would prop up some abusive white guy who's like, oh, I'm shirtless and in the arm with the farm.
Yeah,
all right, fine.
Because I'm just a country boy who's trying to marry who's trying to, I don't know if they ever got married, but bring over a Russian woman.
He's still with him. And still with him and living in his house. She got her green card and whatever.
That's crazy. If I got my green card and I'm still sticking up
court, listening to the detailed accounts of women talking about a bunch of different women talking about him brutally beating them, essaying them, all that, but women he have children with or whatever, telling you that, and you sitting up there.
My love, I'm trying to get
American citizenship worth enough for me to be. This not free.
The thing is, she got it now. She don't have to do this. Even if she was doing it to get
a green card.
She got a green card, but like
you still gotta apply. You gotta, and he's obviously not the like. I think she's there because she wants to be there. I don't think it's for that. Like, but if I'm giving her the best, you know what I mean. Like the benefit of the doubt is you still have to apply. Like after you, as someone who has a green card but not citizenship, you still have to. It's like another 3 years or something before you could even apply for citizenship, and you still gotta like do it with this. Still go through the marriage thing of him being like
she does. It still has to be with him.
Like I mean, if you get a divorce, it becomes contested. So it's like, all right, like you're getting it not because they want you, you're getting it through you. You're getting a marriage base, so you could go be married.
I was under the impression that they weren't married.
No, she married him to get, and that's how she got her permanent residence.
Okay,
exactly. So like, you know, he seems like the who beats on bitches, essays bitches, and tries to kill them might not be willing to like go forward with your citizenship paperwork if you leave him.
I mean, just up until this point, like there's been so many people, especially men, because it's not entirely men who do this, but the
women be doing it. Oh my god,
the one that whipped her titties out, the old bitch.
Angela's wicked ass. I was thinking Muhammad, where she's like, I'm gonna send you back, Muhammad. Red hair. Danielle and Muhammad. I think her name is Danielle.
Wait, is she skinny?
No.
Okay, then I'm thinking of somebody else.
I'm gonna send you some links so you go back in time to 90 Day Fiance's best. You gotta see the Muhammad Danielle timelines. That's my shit. He hasn't made videos. There's a YouTuber kid I used to watch do 90 Day Fiance videos, but I actually realized that he hasn't been doing them really much lately. Because once I said that, I was like, wait a second, I haven't seen him in ages. Because that's whose videos I thought of first to like want to send you his video.
What if you getting copy struck all the
Arthur
time?
TV, yeah. Oh yeah, their money getting hit big. I haven't been subscribed to him all the time. No, this hasn't made a video in a year. I ain't make that shit up.
Yeah,
I'm about to send you.
I've never seen this.
I know whose channel. This is the channel for you to get caught up on Daniel and Muhammad. And he has a playlist. I'm about to run. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh bitch, you want good TV? Daniel and Muhammad. I'm texting it to you right now.
Oh hell yeah.
But I said it to say yes. The men and the women be on this exploitative. Oh, you don't want to be with me? I'm gonna send you back. I'm gonna this. I want you to know the fact alone that is normal. That is such an insane level of abuse, and for that to just be the theme, the constant on this show for a decade plus. You know what? Could you imagine? I annoy CJ in the house, and he'd be like, "I'm gonna get you sent back."
Is that not innately violent to y'all? Do y'all not hear like how innately violent that shit is?
Like, that's insane. It's abuse of the highest order.
Abuse, it's so entangled. It's financial abuse innately. It's, I guess, citizenship abuse. It's coercive and manipulative, and it's just like, and I have friends who have like done the entire like process, like they've gotten married and they married someone who was from out of the country, and it's like it's so involved. And you know, one of the things that can be very stressful is that for a time in that process, like someone can't work, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're not a
Yeah.
a green card holder. So there's like this financial strain innately, and then there's it builds this entitlement, especially if you already felt that.
Yeah.
Now it's like, now I'm essentially, I am paying for your life. I am upkeeping you.
Yeah.
And then you have that. Then you have a person who's already abusive anyway, and you combine and give him all this other leverage.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
And 90 Day Fiance do a thing like they're on this show, and so they can't get accept their money because of U.S. immigration laws, and so the 90 Day Fiance is paying the American member of the relationship all of the money and trusting on, and that person has control of all of it or whatever. They like, they'll know, they'll have it on the
That
show.
makes
Know that
sense.
Angela's like spending all the money. Michael them don't have access to the money. They're not getting anything or whatever. Whole time their life, their everything is being exploited or whatever. Oh, don't get me started
on Angela.
and it'd be aggravating too, because like none of the I've been watching 90 Day Fiance because I put you on to them too. I've been watching 90 Day Fiance YouTubers for so long, and I love them. Okay, like,
Yeah.
Sauceaholic, My Thoughts, like Poe, My Potato, you know, I love
Poe.
Yes, like
I was talking about her
Triple
too.
V, all things reality, like all of them. I watch them. I love them. Arthur TV. I wish it was one who used to eBird online. She hasn't made a video in like a year, but I need her to come back. Anyway, I watch all of them. But the thing that is always is like the only people who cover 90 Day Fiance are either Americans or non-Americans who live in their countries. So they're not in America for like understanding of Americans. So there's nobody to really like. It's egregious, but you know, that's not what I cover on YouTube. So
I mean, you've made videos about like stuff. You could do a video on 90 Day Fiance. Who's stopping you? The world's your oyster. You really could.
That's such its own like world. Like, I mean, like that.
I mean, yeah. But like, I mean, you've done reality TV, so I get,
but
yeah,
like,
you could definitely
90 Day
like.
Fiance is its own like. You do 90 Day Fiance. That's what you do.
Yeah, because
Like,
you have to be able to keep up with it.
yeah, like that's its own like. They're real. Those real hardworking niggas around there, like all a quick slice and My Thoughts and Sauceaholic in them. But I watch all of their videos. Like, as soon as it come on that's what I'm watching. If you ever wanted to know what I watch on YouTube, that's who.
I'm keeping up with a video essay. I'm watching some 90 Day Fiance recaps. I'm watching. People have clocked me. They were like, "Are you in Girl World?" And
What's that?
I've talked to you very briefly about it, but and for the sake of time, I won't do it during this episode. But essentially, it is the women that are very, very overweight, but are bad people, but people only focus on them being very overweight.
Girl World. Let me look up right now.
Spelled GOR, sometimes GWORL.
Oh,
World.
You did mention this.
Yeah. They were arguing with each
You
other.
did talk to me about them.
They were arguing with each other because sorry, this is so stupid. Two of them were fighting each other. A much smaller creator, like smaller size channel, and she's like a horrible, racist, awful person, and then she's fighting another person who has a bigger channel but is also a horrible, the one that Muslim who like she became Muslim for a man and moved to Kuwait, got kicked out of Kuwait, then moved to Syria, got kicked out of Syria because her husband's family didn't want her there no more, moved back to Canada. Anyway, she was arguing with the other lady because this is so ghetto. I'm sorry, I just realized they were gonna be like, what is this? She was arguing with the other lady because people were in her chat because the first lady is homeless now because she spent all her money. Her and her partner, I guess, spent all their money, and they were like, it's weird that she won't give you no money because you gave her some money before. And then she went on this whole rant, and she was like, bitch, you over there begging for burgers. And I was like, no.
This what you watching on YouTube.
It
This
is.
what you have in your algorithm. This what you doing with your YouTube.
I gotta keep up with my stories. She was like,
My
bitch,
stories.
she
You're a
said,
fucking
bitch, you over there
ridiculous.
begging for burgers, bitch. You can't even afford a burger, and now you gonna tell me I work for my money. And I'm like, bitch, no, you don't.
She said, bitch, no, you don't.
I've been watching you. No, the you don't.
She said, I'm a bitch, whatever.
Get up and get very like James Charles, like get up and get a job. And I'm
Like, listen, okay, hold on. That James Charles shit is funny as fuck.
like,
Because it's so funny because like it's so unfortunate when you're hated, like you're hated, you're the bad guy. You said something crazy, so like you're objectively the bad guy. So like there's no space for it is crazy. I'm the only to say it. It is nuts to message an influencer you don't even follow. Like, hey, and like that is nuts. Like, he sounds crazy. Be like, you don't even follow me, but like, isn't that crazy? Like, when you're gonna ask, like, you're
my
like,
issue.
wouldn't it be like a you knew? Like, if like there are certain people in my audience that I associate them as like. You're my biggest fans. Like that they're like, oh, like my bitch Buffy. Like I'm like, oh yeah, like, oh, I'm getting merch. Let me make sure I hit it. I fucking just throw this goddamn nose away. Getting up my damn nerves. As soon as I get excited to be like, let me leave your nose. Whatever. I understand like certain people in my audience, like, oh, if I know you, like I know your name, you're my biggest fan, whatever, you come to me with I click on you and it don't even say follow back. Like you don't follow me. Like, why'd you message me?
But that's a crash out you have not online.
No, you call your friend. Like that's exactly like that have been so if he just sent that to his friend. Like FaceTime your friend. Like you gotta know that sound crazy to the streets. But like that's the kind of thing. Like I called Tariq and I'd be like, Tariq, you see this? Like that me and Tariq are good for a. I'm gonna call Tariq and complain about every comment that annoyed me that day.
I was gonna send you one. I was gonna send you one, bitch, because I got one yesterday, and I was like, "This is some shit I should send to Olay," because it was like, I have been a fan. I like your content, but oh my god, you say the N-word so much, and I don't care that you get a pass. It's an old white woman. Oh, white woman, like, I don't care that you get a pass. It's not okay, and you should stop saying it. And I'm like, I was this close to saying, bitch, fuck you. But I was like, I try not to comment at all for the most part in the comments. I generally don't reply. It's a very, very rare that I do because
I go ban them. Or if I reply, like I immediately ban you anyway and I go talk to Tariq about it. But I did see an annoying comment yesterday. And it wasn't even like none more that I hate than when like someone has an annoying sentiment around me and they travel around YouTube trying to like share it. Like they're like this person was like the comment was on the video I did collabing with Foreign. And they were like, I love Olay, but I hate a I love you right before they start trying to you and tell you how you should act based on it was like, I love Olay, but I wish you would stop saying that women should stop coming to the internet with their like you know their business or whatever because the internet's not their friend. She said that like about Meg too, and I left a comment there too, like because women deserve safe spaces, and it's like women do deserve safe spaces. Does that make the internet a safe space?
Well, a lot of people don't know what a safe space is anymore, and they assume it's online. Because, like, do you think that going online innately means that only people that will, you know, be there to hold you will see the video? Like, that's not...
It's starting to blow me. Like, sometimes, like, I really cannot stand where, like, people want so badly for something. You want it to be that way. You want it to be, like, where the internet, yes, we deserve that you should be able to just go air out your feelings in the internet and the internet be good to you back. But that's not the truth. So you want me to not give the advice that protects you from an inevitable outcome because you want to pretend like that's not the fucking outcome. I'm like, I'm not saying that as a random person judging you. I'm saying it as a with hundreds of thousands of people in my audience, and I know for a lived lesson
Like,
that you will regret it. There has never been a time. There is no person, nobody went and shared their business with the internet, especially someone with a following and someone with a hate train like Megan Thee Stallion, and they don't live
already
to regret
has.
it. Like,
Yeah.
and Meg is the main one. I've watched Meg countless times tell us about how she has suffered in real life because of what the internet is doing to her. So it is literally just, I'm like, that's not an insult.
Protect yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, if I said, and I said it in relation to, it was crazy because I'm like, I said it in relation to that person, like they would comment on the video about Abba and Preach about Abba with his deadbeat shit. It's like, if Abba has 1 million plus people, a million, not just 1 million plus people in his audience, but 1 million plus incel adjacent men's rights types, and
You
what
think
do
they're
you
gonna?
think you will gain as a woman with no audience? Nobody, just a woman coming out on the internet, your word against a beloved by a bunch of misogynistic men. That's gonna hurt. And that's not me saying that she doesn't deserve the right to say that or anything, or saying she's wrong for doing it. That's me saying it will hurt her. She is going to experience now pain and harassment because that's how the internet is. And I'm not saying it because I want it to be that way. I'm like,
That's just.
what do you want me, like, that's just the truth. I'm like, and somebody, there was another delusional comment that annoyed me too. While I'm in the same man, somebody left a comment. It was on Illuminati Bites, and they were like, I don't think, to be fair, I don't think Meg was coming to the internet. I think she was coming to the hotties. I was like, this parasocial shit y'all be on has gone to that's the internet. Those are not her real, like, when I'm like, people do this thing because as the only way for us to be in the business of these celebrities that we love, that we don't know, and these people whose business we want to be, is for them to overshare. That's the only way we, as people who don't know them, get to participate. And so we keep trying to encourage them to overshare and incentivize it because that's the way our nosy asses get to enjoy it. But all that person does is end up on the edge. Do you know what it?
This is coming from
never experienced going online on your computer and seeing strangers talking about you, your face on thumbnails where they talk about you at length. I have. It sucks.
I used to do story times. I don't anymore. There's a reason I do not talk about shit no more.
Exactly.
Y'all don't need to know that much about me.
And it gonna hurt. They're like, and then when they hurt your feelings, they're gonna be like, well, you told us.
And I did. And so that's why I don't tell y'all shit no more.
Listen.
Here, get these yucks off. Watch this video with me, and we don't have to talk about nothing else in my like. There's so much like parasociality that I'm trying to be like mindful of, and again, we'll talk more about this probably off camera. But just like once you get to a certain level of like parasociality kind of burning you, you're like, oh, I think this is the lesson I've learned. This is it. I think
it took me years, but I got it.
And I hope for Megan's sake, and I get the sense that sometimes for a lot of people, they share to the internet because they don't feel that they have elsewhere to do so.
Yeah.
But
you can do that, but you will probably regret it. And that's all I be saying. I don't think you're wrong to do it. If you want to take that on, no problem.
Yeah.
But if you have expressed that it bothers you, like the internet, like something I've learned is it doesn't matter how you say it. It doesn't matter how innocuous it is. It doesn't matter how in the right you are. It doesn't matter how obvious it is, whatever. If you share it with the internet, there are going to be people that respond. You have to understand too, like, set out to antagonize strangers they don't know on the internet. Like, you platform, like, ooh, good place to like, let me troll you, let me rage bait you. Like, you can say anything.
Especially if you're a person that tends to be visibly affected by it because it makes them feel like they've done something.
Yeah. They're like, ooh,
they've touched you. That connection has been made. That bid for connection, regardless of how like antagonistic it is, has been completed. I've seen it affect you. Yeah, I've seen that.
Like, oh, you saw my I upset you. There's I swear to you, when I still had a Twitter, every single time, like even when I still had a Twitter, but I'd like rarely tweet, anytime I would tweet, some random gal like Dawn would show it to me, would like tweet and be like, Oh, I once tweeted something or whatever and pissed her off, and like she got mad, like she blocked me. Like there are niggas who wear like a badge of honor that you saw them one day, you upset them or whatever it is, like they like
Niggas was
hurting you.
accusing me of like blocking people from or like deleting comments and shit, and I'm like,
And you don't even, and that's funny because that's not even your bag. I be trying to tell you to get into that.
she be trying to tell me to do it. I don't, because I'm like,
get
I
rid
just
of
don't.
these niggas.
I don't care enough. Like, I don't care if you're that. I'm very much so, for the most part, I said what I said type of, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I don't know what you want me to do with that. But
you're not gonna annoy me multiple times and get away with it.
I mean, because I kind of think of the comment.
If you annoy me enough, I don't acknowledge negativity anymore, so you won't get a response from me. But if you ignore me enough, I won't just ban you from that channel. I will go through the entire Illuminati-verse and ban you from everyone. I'm not gonna let you get the chance. There's nothing more annoying than me letting the rock. You know how annoying it is for somebody you don't know to be trying to debate with you about one video on one channel, and the next thing you know, they've traveled to an entirely different ecosystem. There was one week, let me tell you what I got that policy. There was a white man that commented on every channel that we trying to get on my nerves. Then started at Bites. He moved on over to Olay and Chill. He was at Paul. I said, "F this. You won't get to another street in this eco for that." I hate that shit, Kenny.
I say all that to say, episode 3.
Oh, they're gonna be so excited. Y'all got a show.
And y'all gonna be off topic for 3/4 of it, and that's what I
let the record reflect. Y'all would have had this show months ago, but we had to wait on Tariq to do our cute little animation.
Because we were reaching out to him. We were like, money's on the table. People are being wild right now. I'm gonna need you to fit. But I was very much so like, I do want to wait for it because it's so cute, and it's like,
I was like, Kenny, you want to do something else? No, Kenny is the epitome of don't introduce her to a vibe you can't maintain. I branded the channel, did all the cute stuff. Like Kenny it was irrelevant to Kenny, and then I showed it to her, and she was like, "Nah, that's cute. I'm locked in. We're gonna wait."
Like, we got it. I like the little thing. Nah, I don't want to show them anything until we got the little.
Y'all could have had to, but Kenny was like, "But we don't got no. I want them to see it be official and cute."
And now y'all got it, and now we can plug it and shit. So yeah, episode 3 is the nut bitch with 9 lives. That's what I like to call it. Cause
the theme show. Why my dumb ass thought we were finished recording the show. That's why I hit stop like a dumb bitch. You said episode 3, and I'm like, oh, we mean about the documentary.
I thought it just ran out. That's what I was like, okay.
I couldn't stop thinking we ended the show with my stupid ass.
Episode 3.
That's hilarious. Yes, you're right. There are more episodes. Let me get myself more water. 1 second.
I was looking up, I guess, hood horrors.
I sent you that thing, right?
Yep, here it is. Okay. Yep. I was about to. Oh, these are each a half an hour. Oh, hell no.
See, I was like, all these parts. You're like, come on, man.
But okay, episode 3. I mean, I don't want to say this because it sounds kind of fucked up, but episode 4 was low key boring. It's just she going on
which and hold on, because I'm sure it is, because it's the one. This isn't the Joyce one. This is the one with the white people with the chase.
The 4th one is the right one with the chase.
Yeah, that was one.
Then we could just skip to that one real quick. He kidnapped her, and then she go around leaving letters for people to find her, and they do.
Right.
And they do.
And I love that for her.
Love that for her. Episode 3 though is nut bitch with 9 lives. A woman who
is this the Joyce?
Joyce, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that child.
Joyce. I saw a picture of Joyce. She got crazy eyes.
Who say Joyce looked like she would?
She looked like a nut. Like she looked like a nut bitch, and I don't know
how that went past them.
I don't know. I think people misconstrue it as like intensity I'm looking up.
I don't know. Because I've dated a lot of crazy, but I knew they was crazy. I did know they was crazy eventually. You know, I think there is something that somebody used to have. Like I'm telling you, in my youth. Oh my god, I used to love a miserable nut that I thought I'm gonna love into. Oh, he's misunderstood. Yeah, blah blah. I'm gonna love him. I used to love crazy. Oh, let me tell you something. Most of my ex-boyfriends are generally pretty miserable niggas. Like there's like a spectrum of how crazy they are, but they were all, for the most part, generally like miserable, unpleasanty kind of, to the point where the problem is like CJ, as you know, is the happiest golden retriever that ever lived. And so it's like I spent all my like dating and history dating miserable that made me think I was so much more easygoing and pleasant than I actually am. Like, I thought my was so mean and don't like girl. I thought it was whole time I'm a little mean and miserable too.
I mean,
and now I know because I date happy ass.
That is a sobering reality, because I had to look back and I was like, oh, why do I keep dating a bunch of avoiding ass?
Find out you're avoiding, huh?
And then like Darrell was very very upfront and very affirming, and I was like, I don't trust this.
This is suspicious.
I literally sent him a picture of me going like, and he was like, hello? And I was like, you still affirming?
Are you still affirming? I very much was suspicious at first. I used to feel like there's like a quota system, like in my mind, like I can only complain this many times or be like not the best this many times before it count against me. And CJ was like, there is no quota. And there is no quota. He's right, it's true. He let me down. Like, it's been brutal because I'd have passed it.
Oh, I was about. So hold on, I got to be careful, because like sometimes when you be too happy about a relationship on main, get weird.
That is true. But does it count as main? Like technically, I feel like they had to. If you're here, I feel like you traveled.
That's
channels and channels to be here.
But I mean, because I was watching Musings of a Crouton. Do you watch Musing of a Crouton?
Let me look that up. Musing.
She's been doing a series essentially on the flip side of the manosphere, which is like women's general dating nihilism. And there's like this aspect of like, ew, you're dating a man? You would have been better off if you were like, you're in a happy relationship.
Yeah. No, there are a lot of them.
And so like, because there was that article that came out several months ago, it was like having a boyfriend low-key embarrassing?
Oh yeah. No, there definitely are them. There's definitely that of like, oh man, is blah 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 blah. You ain't really.
And it's like, but then like what I appreciated about her video is that she kind of brought to focus like a lot of these people who are like, we're decentering men, are the most hyperfixated on men.
Because
that's all you're thinking about.
It's thought about in relation to them.
If you was decentering men, you'd have something else you're doing, and instead you're just here talking about how men ain't shit. It's like, then go do something else. You don't have to date them.
Right.
You don't have to date anybody. Like, you really don't have to. And now,
that's why you could never catch me. I'm telling you, you can never catch me in this life doing relationship content.
No.
Niggas is lucky they even like know who the I'm in a relationship with. And
I uploaded a video on my gaming channel, and you can see my boyfriend for like 3 seconds. And I was like, y'all better not get weird.
Did they get weird?
They didn't get too weird. They were like, who is he? But other than that,
they hadn't seen him before.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
It's so crazy. You know what's nuts though? You can show him 1,000,000 times, and for the next 2 years, and they're still gonna act. They're gonna be people who, every time I say husband, start saying congratulations and clapping and acting like I was making a slick, like I was being slick with my announcement. I'm like, we gonna do this every time?
We've been married for a little while now. It's not actually an update. Like,
I swear, I'd be like,
I mean, Insider baseball. I just texted Olay one time. I was like, "Oh, I might be out in your city." She was like, "Oh, I moved and I'm married." I'm like, "Turn up!" Look at that shit. Okay. Like, don't worry. They don't need to be all up in your business.
No,
Like,
1000%. I'd be like, listen, I learned my lesson. I used to be when I was a Twitter, I was it's so crazy how like, and again, this is why I hate when I like talk about the specific experience of being online and having people like respond to you and like argue with you who are literally arguing from the anonymity of their accounts. They're
Mhm.
talking to you who is like exposed to hundreds of thousands of people telling you like, no, but blah blah blah. I'm like, listen to me. The internet is a different world when you're that's of the internet. Like your job,
Mhm.
you're there, people, you're availed to the internet. There's an audience or whatever. Like it's so different. Like I used to Twitter. I remember when it was to be like. I remember the days when if you let me put it to you this way. If you're no one on the internet today and you start building a following, you will probably have a great experience with the internet up until like 20, 30,000. Like you will experience for a while where there are a lot of people engaging with you and they're always positive. They're always on your side. Like where if that's your experience with the internet, if you either have no audience or you have a small, newer audience or whatever, you don't, it seems like you're just talking shit when I'm like, no, don't go share with the internet. Don't talk about the internet. It's a different I used to tell the internet everything, like all day. Oh, my house, my cats, and then one day, you don't know what day it is with following when they decide like you did this did that ain't no nothing to go so no more
And
for
it's so
you.
arbitrary.
Yes.
It's like just one day they just wake up and I'm like, oh, okay. I say this as a person that doesn't get like a crazy amount of hate, but when I do get hate, it's always like, huh, where did that come from? Huh, okay. I don't feel like I'm doing anything different than what I usually do, but okay,
Yeah.
today y'all mad. Okay.
I'm telling you, don't let you gotta have something to say negative all the time, like for any little thing. And that's why I don't share it. I remember there used to be a point where I used to like post my nail, like, oh, I got my nails done all the time. And I post my nails, and there'll just be people you follow you. They click like, and they say like your nails, and they go. And then all of a sudden, I post my nails, and it becomes a quote tweet, and there's a referendum on these kinds of nails. When did these kinds of nails get in style? Or some. They hating on this. A larger thing. Listen to me. Being starting a political space of being a political there's so many different ways, like so many different things about me.
They politicizing your nails?
Bitch, yes. Oh my God. I have seen everything under the sun get a referendum. I've seen make like video essays making up entire conspiracies about my dating life, about this part of my life, about all the things, yada yada yada. And when I finally realized like this shit upset me all the time, and anytime you get upset, every single time, it's so different, and it's so different between how the internet treats women versus men. But anytime you even slightly say like, "Oh, this bothers me. I don't like how I'm being treated," or whatever, your own audience starts yelling back at you like, oh, well, blah, 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 you're focusing on negativity, or you shouldn't this, or you then don't post it, don't share, or what did you expect? Oh, people are going to give their opinion. Oh, you only want people to kiss your ass. I swear to God, like, you will get attacked literally just for saying you're not having a good time with how or whatever treats you. And eventually it got to be like, after I then complained about it a million times, had every little thing in my life like turned into some larger discourse, and somebody who don't like you is taking it and run with, I finally internalized being like, because their response is always this, well, you shared it with the internet, you shared it, don't share, so I do not.
So
I'm like, now I don't. You don't see, you don't know, I don't say shit to that make every like, I'm telling you, the fact that even know that I'm married and my husband named CJ, take that and be grateful, because that's all we get.
I was gonna say, like, essentially, the fact that he's involved at all is mind-boggling. That means I actually love this.
Like, listen, I'm saying.
I will still be very protective of shit. So, like, where are we talking? Oh, episode 3, crazy nut bitch. Oh shit, and then I guess we'll close out. But basically, it's a woman who well, she was a serial killer, and she kept telling people about the crazy shit she did. And then
and no one snitched.
She had a hitman.
She didn't even have to like demand they not snitch. Like, just wasn't snitching.
I want to know where she found the hitman. They just glazed past that. She found a hitman to help her kidnap one of her exes and tase her and bury her alive. And they never found that.
And that
He's
shit
just
crazy.
out there doing his job, got good Yelp reviews, I guess.
Because he's
And
been
then
running his mouth to all his bitches. Like,
astounding shit. And then she ends up killing her soon-to-be ex-wife. Was gonna kill, yeah.
which was crazy because when she went to her, like, and how she got killed, I'm just like, I hated that. Like
Like
that
the horror
real,
movie. It was the horror movie. No.
and I
Like
understand. I fully get it. As someone who's dated crazy, I fully understand thinking, oh, I know they're crazy, but somehow like they're not gonna take it to hell. Like they're
that
not
far.
really gonna like you'll be in the midst of a real crazy thing with them, and then suddenly be like, maybe like I'm tripping. Maybe we've elevated this to a level of, you know what I mean? I fully get it because I really, I'm telling you, I can think of it like if you've ever watched my video on a Learn Naughty Pop called Five Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad, Super Raggedy Men. I remember when
A
Pablo the
classic.
Psycho, so when Pablo the Psycho was outside and I was like, oh, I'm going outside, and Aiden was like, no, like no, like and I think about it now, like no, yeah, like don't go, but I know my mind is like this nigga's obviously crazy and unhinged, but at the same time I'm thinking like. But like, yeah, like I know I could go out there and like talk to him, you know.
And it ended badly. And then she was probably going off to kill another person that day, but they ended up boxing her in, shooting her in the neck, and that bitch did not die.
That was crazy. She got into like a set it off like shootout with the police, and then that's a gangster.
Why is it that evil people are so resilient? Teflon tough.
Listen, my wicked auntie, I have a wicked auntie. And she always, it's funny, CJ better when he just got home, child. But my wicked auntie told me when I was a kid that she was gonna live long, that she was gonna outlive my Grammy because she wicked, or we always call her wicked, and she did. My Grammy dead 10 years ago, she's still alive. So they be, listen, them strong. It is because, like, how my wicked
Does the evil
is because God don't want them. You know what they say? Like, oh, God pick but God pick his best. God don't want them.
That's so funny, dog. I don't even feel like doing the processing paperwork to send you to hell. It's just like it's a whole.
Show you is man.
But yeah, so she survived that. Ended up getting in jail for the wife first.
Yeah.
And because she pled guilty, they gave her life with parole. And then they were able to connect her to her ex that she buried alive with a hitman. And they were able to get her for life with parole. Without parole for that one.
Okay, I was like, parole.
Yeah. She because she pled guilty to the first one, she could have got parole.
She was carrying on bad.
Yeah. And
that was the series.
I mean, that was the series.
I like, I can't wait till they come up with more Worst Roommate ever. I really like I love them both, but I think the reason why I like Worst Roommate more than Worst Ex ever is like, relationships either go bad or they don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Like I can expect, like where I expect evil and stuff, the dynamics or whatever, someone you was dating. That's what I expect to be did the wickedness. But a roommate catch you off guard when it's like, what? Like you accidentally because like it could so easily happen, but it's not something you expect to happen.
You don't think about it as much.
Yeah.
Like there were definitely people. I remember when I was a freshman in college, entering the dorms. And to welcome us in, they had like sophomores talking about their experiences, one of which was somebody talking about their crazy roommate. And I was like, I don't know if y'all thought this was supposed to make me feel more comfortable. Right. Because all you did was just tell me a thing that I didn't know I had to worry about.
No, on God.
Said, yeah, I had a roommate that was on drugs and then was upset whenever I was late, quote unquote, to come home. And he had me on a curfew. And I was like, curfew? Stab him.
I've had lots of crazy roommates, like getting random roommates or whatever in New York City. Like, I could walk you through. I've had so many bad nut ass roommates of like, and of entirely different nut varieties.
And then they can't just get kicked out. There has to be a whole process
Yeah.
because they deserve renters' rights.
Oh my God. Trust me. We'd be here all day if I get started on telling you my like roommate horror stories. But child,
Maybe if we someday make a membership tier,
yeah,
then we'll
then
get
like
some.
y'all can hear all the horrible situation. Let me tell you, child. I don't even know when my children. One thing I'll say though, like when my kids like go off to school or whatever, whether it be high school, college, it's not gonna be high school. I'm not saying my children who are in school, but when they go to college or whatever and they have to go get a roommate or something like that, at least I know they can rest assured if they have a horrible roommate situation, I am coming to rescue them immediately.
You don't have to deal with
you
this
ain't gotta
shit.
convince mommy.
You
here
here
gotta
for
tell me.
You here for school. You
I
should
tell you.
not be
All
having.
my child have to say to me is, "Mommy, my spirit don't take to them. Mommy, come in. I come in. Come.
There are so many situations where I was a little nervous to live with somebody because I hadn't lived with a person before, and I had a cool white girl named Liz. Shout out Liz. And I told her, I was like, "Yeah, I'm happy you didn't think I was gonna steal from you." And she was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, I didn't know if you knew black people." She's like, no. I was like, I love that. That's such an astounding thought to you. Thank you. That made me feel that much more at ease. She's like, oh my God, no. And she told me a story of how her cousin is adopted a black girl. And she was like, up until a certain age, I thought it was just Russian roulette. I didn't know that like genetics was based off of anything. I just thought, oh, I came out white. She didn't.
I think if I can help it, I think I'm not even gonna get my if I can help it, I'm gonna want my children not probably to avoid having roommates. Like unless they want them, unless my child is like, oh my God, the roommate experience for whatever reason, be interested in your child of mine and you really want a roommate. Sure. Shocking. The way you got that CJ ass personality from your father.
I don't know where you got it, but okay.
Only, like as the older I get, the more like I always think about how any situation could go wrong. And a lot of times, like even with like a good roommate situation, like, okay, say you have your roommate, it's your girl, like your friend you love, right? Your female friend, y'all girls, you love each other. I can't trust that she not gonna pick a goofy because like so many times I've seen like I have a lot of sisters, I have a lot of friends. So many times I have seen another girl make a bad relationship decision or some nigga stalking her or some crazy, it might not even have nothing to do with her. Like think about like if I had the amount of crazy that are going to stalk me, do all kind of things, yada, yada, yada. Imagine whatever innocent gal is living in my apartment. I'm like, I don't need my daughter getting frig up because her roommate crazy. And I've seen it. I mean, I can't. Well, my sister showed me like a video on her Ring cam of like one of her friends, like crazy that her friend was dealing with, jumped in the car the dead of night, drunk, drove hours to their home, shows up, and he is turned the up on the porch. Like she had the whole Ring cam. I'm seeing it crazy. And I'm like, see, this the kind of shit I ain't into. Get this bitch out your house.
Sorry. I hate that. I hate that for you. I'm not about to get stabbed because I'm in the way. So I'm gonna need you to figure it out. And especially if you're gonna take them back. Especially if you're gonna take them back. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. 100%.
Yeah, exactly. And even if you don't take him back, crazy self might still that then he actually come kill everybody.
Girl.
Yeah, my children gonna be it's crazy because for somebody who like moved away as a teen to a different country, I feel like I'm gonna be like my children I can be extra like dead worried, like, hold on. Where they going? Very concerned. I could see me being a parent that's like, not my baby, not my children, going well. With who? I can see me being that. I'm gonna be that, Kenny. Just know that now. So that when your kids tell you that when they tell you that their Auntie Emmy is intense, you know that I told you.
They'll know.
Yeah, like and they come and say, and they tell you, could you ask like if they can come because they're scared to ask their mommy? Can you ask Auntie? Yeah. You ask.
It's like I don't know. I mean, hey.
She might tell me the same thing. She just
she might just tell me. I mean, I don't know what you think I'm gonna do. Like, if she don't want them to come, she ain't gonna have them. Like, hey, it is what it is.
That's really there's a policy. He says like he's just gonna tell our kids like He's gonna get him the year and then be like, if you make me look stupid to your mother, if your mother calls me stupid, you're on your own. Like, do not this up and have your mother calling me stupid.
Because that's it.
Because he know.
It's
'Cause
done.
I'd be like, this is you doing my children. Or he already listen. CJ tell me all the time. He know our children gonna be the type making the skits, laughing at like, oh, their Caribbean mother. Like he's like, I'm so dramatic and hysterically. Just know that they're gonna be in here. Like, and I'm like,
I'm scared that like my kid will record random dance breaks and shit and put that shit on the internet.
like routines, like skit.
Like sometimes,
oh, like you dancing in your house, you be doing random dance breaks.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
Because
that would be good.
sometimes when Darrell just walk by, I just start pop locking and he gotta keep up. And I'm
me
like,
and CJ do stuff.
that
Me
shit
and
gonna be on
CJ
the
do
internet.
a thing where we hug and we go like, where you going? Who you with? Like a whole bit.
And you can't make me look stupid without me, consenting to it.
My children know. Don't post your ma. Don't post any unauthorized content about your ma on this end.
Or post yourself, honestly.
Mm.
I told you, like, I really don't want my kids on the internet.
I have a feeling that mine will not be. Like,
I'm gonna make the internet sound like ass. Like I don't.
You ain't into that. You want your peace and your free will and da da da. It'd be so crazy, like when there's nothing we could do to stop them because they're gonna be our kids and we're internet. And they're gonna be like, imagine telling me I can't be on the internet. You who on the internet?
I understand.
Like I hate that. I know we won't be able to defeat them, and they're gonna have more energy than us. We're tired now.
It's like, all right, you do it.
Right,
I'm
we're not even
tired.
to be like, oh, whatever.
But you gotta live and learn, and
I didn't tell you.
Don't talk to no grown ass people. Don't give out your address. I don't know what you want me to do.
Don't talk to no grown ass people. Don't give out your address.
Just think about it. What a weirdo.
I don't want to let my kids play video games. Yeah, I know y'all eventually gonna be playing video games, but
yeah, I mean, my whole thing, like when I was growing up, and my parents didn't really know enough about it to have this as advice, but like I didn't like the idea of doing like online games and like chat games and shit like that. I'm like, I don't want to talk to some stranger on the internet.
My mommy was anti. Like my cousin Lil D had video games, and I'd play like when I went by his house. But my mommy was anti us ever having a game system. And I CJ's very into video games, which has turned me against them. That's really the source of it. I'm like this, and I feel like if you don't get into that young, like to be like as into it, like how CJ and them into it and his friends and stuff, that's because that was allowed to happen and take hold of them young.
Oh, maybe.
Like you had to be into that young to be into that. Yeah, I'm into that shit. See, like CJ bought me a Switch like for my birthday, like the Switch 2 or something.
Cute little.
I used that shit one day. I've never used it since. Like I'm just not a game playing, and I'd like to keep my churn out of that. Like my son, I told CJ once we have kids, you gonna move that shit to the dungeon. We make a dungeon where you could go play them video games without my children knowing. None of that. I hate it.
I like the storytelling of it.
I don't want no. I also think
my
like,
kids
the
just
gaming
need to
world
learn
is
how to
like
read.
It's too close. It's too much of a hop skip away from the manosphere. Too. That's like.
I mean, if you think of it that way, everything's a hop skip away from the manosphere.
The gaming world in particular. That's where their manosphere and the streamer. It's all like I'm telling you, one pot over there. I got time for that. I don't got time to be trying to. Because listen, I'm intense. If I come home and I realize my son has been playing games and he dead until he watching Andrew Tate's of his day, he has streamers and like I feel like I can't beat him like in terms of like I'm not able to.
Oh, I thought you meant physically.
It's like
I can't beat. I can't beat him.
I mean, like I can't beat him ideologically. Like he ain't listening to me because he's already been programmed by those. Hand to God, I will get in the car and I will fly us to Nigeria, and I will leave him on a compound in my family. Like I swear to God, like if you don't make me feel like my back is against the wall, so yes, you will go to the Bahamas or you will go to Nigeria. Either way, you're gonna be down and out for a while until you sort through whatever the is wrong with you, because. Yep.
I think my strategy is more so like
You could send him to Nigeria with my kids.
Well, no, I was gonna say my theory or my strategy is more so like whenever I see a loser ass calling him a loser ass, I'm like, this a loser ass. Like this your king, he a loser.
Yeah.
You want to be a loser? And then just let that really sink in. Like, don't be no loser ass and go from there. You want somebody that don't get bitches and don't like them?
And that'll beat him in the chat. My mom is the main problem.
I mean, that's in there. My nigga,
It'd be them niggas. Oh,
I mean, Darrell the same way. He'd be like, this a loser. Like, you want to be a loser? That's crazy. Like, why you don't see the loser bleeding from this? It's insane. Like, okay.
Yeah,
like,
no,
yeah, this is a loser.
I intend to fully indoctrinate my children, trust and believe. But in a world where somehow I got a whiff of me losing that battle, Nigeria it is. Nigeria it is.
And with that,
oh, we have a show. It's so funny you said episode 3, like when I thought the episode was earlier. And like I'm like logically speaking, this is our first episode, so the next episode would be 2. So it didn't make sense what I thought when you said episode 3 that this episode was over rather than episode 3. I was like, "Oh, stop! Stop recording!"
and with that said, this has been the first episode of Olay and Kennie, and you should subscribe.
Yeah,
because we'll have plenty to talk about.
Yeah,
and maybe if y'all run this shit up, maybe we'll be here more often.
Right. We make no promises. Hold us to nothing.
Hold us to nothing.
And don't run us down even. Come on, come on your main channel like, where is such and such on their channel?
Okay, I'll close it with this. Me and Olay have done several like one-on-one videos, hence how we got here on her Olay and Chill channel. And I guess people had already decided that now Olay and Chill is the Olay and Kennie channel.
Man, I'm on my own shit living. Like
where the fuck is Kennie? That is not my channel, everyone. That is Olay's channel. That is her shit. And now this is our shit. So if you want to bully us, keep it to here. This is where
location.
Like, don't go over to her shit on different channels. But the problem is you got so many avenues, so they're trying to jump to each one.
You be harassing me all around the place. Like, I'd be like, don't you see? It's so funny because I'm genuinely insane and don't understand that. Teresa is like, in my mind, the Illuminati verse is like a subdivision, like a community with different streets. And I am outraged when a be on the wrong street yelling, "Oh!" In my mind, when you come on another channel talking to me about another channel, this is the equivalent of what I think it is. I'm like on the porch, comfortably quiet, like on Illuminati pop lane, like and all I hear is Kennie. Where's Kennie? Like down the street, so crazy.
Like
y'all waking up the neighbors.
She live in a different house. What the fuck? She in a different state.
Over on Kenny Drive, and y'all over here screaming. What is going on? Like what the?
So keep the screaming on Olay and Kennie Lane.
Thank you.
And we'll see you when we see it.
Beautiful.